hot and spicy Guyana. I hope you all have been doing well. Today I'm bringing to you another one of my favorite recipes. So follow along and join me if you want to learn how to make some Guyanese shrimp curry. Thank you to all of you who have been with me and who watch my videos. Welcome to all of you who are new. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Remember, when you like my videos, it helps YouTube to know if you're interested in the content that I'm bringing up. Let's get into the ingredients, guys. Sit back and join me. So guys, these are all of my ingredients for the shrimp curry. Here I have 1 pack of white Pacific shrimp. It has the tail on, it's peeled and it's deveined, so it makes our job easier. We don't have to clean it and take the veins out. The only thing we have to do is wash and take the tails out. I have it in a container of water so that it defrosts. I have 1 teaspoon of ground geera, roasted ground geera. This is the brand and what it looks like. I have 1 teaspoon of curry powder in here. And again, this is the same brand and this is what my curry powder looks like. In here, I have 1.5 teaspoon of masala, and I'm just going to turn the packet so you can see the brand. It's called Guyanese Pride. I have salt to taste, my seasoning, which I'm going to be using to season the shrimp, buffalo chicken seasoning. I know it says chicken seasoning, guys. If you want, you can substitute with seafood seasoning. It doesn't matter. Whatever seasoning is your preference, you can use that for your meat. I also have some green seasoning. As you guys know, this is my go-to because it makes life easier for me for seasoning my meat. I have some Cool Running all-purpose seasoning, which I'm going to be using for the shrimp curry. I have 3 small potatoes, 1 tomato, 1 lemon, which I'm going to be using for washing of the shrimp, half of an onion. I have 5 flags of garlic, which is I'm going to be grating, and half of a Maggi cube. I'm going to put this in as well. I have 1 cup of coconut milk, some vegetable oil for frying, and some ground black pepper as well. Now this here is optional. This is the pepper that's really hot, but like you guys know, I have a 1-year-old, so I'm not going to be putting this in my food. Instead, I'm going to be using the ground black pepper, but if you guys want, you can use the hot peppers. So now I'm going to get prepping on my mixture for the curry, and we're going to wash the shrimp, and then I'm going to show you guys that and get started on the curry. Next step is preparing the shrimp. I'm just going to take the tail off of this, and then I'm going to wash it with some lemon, and we're going to season it before we prep the other things so that this can get to marinate. So follow along to see how I do that, guys. Remember, I told you I don't have to take the veins out because that has already been done for us. guys, I'm using the buffalo chicken seasoning along with my green seasoning, but just remember, like I said, you can also use or substitute the buffalo chicken seasoning for seafood seasoning. I'm just using a buffalo chicken seasoning as a preference, but you can use any seasoning like I said. Now we're just going to let this sit until we prepare the other ingredients. Now the next step is grating the onions and the garlic. I've already prepared the shrimp as you guys saw, and it's sitting. I'm just going to grate the onion and the garlic and mix in the ground roasted geera, curry powder, and garam masala to make it a paste. And I'm also going to add some water to that so that we get to make that paste out of it. So that's the ground roasted geera, curry powder, and the garam masala. I've mixed it in with the onion and grated garlic, and I'm just going to add a little bit of water to make a paste. Now these are all of my ingredients after I have prepped the shrimp, chopped the tomato, and made the paste. Before I start the curry, I have the prepped shrimp, 1 cup of coconut milk, the paste, black pepper, oil which I'm going to be using for frying of the shrimp, and the paste. I have the potatoes, my Maggi seasoning, and Cool Running seasoning, and salt to taste. Now I'm just going to let my pan come up to heat with some oil and show you guys the next step. This is the next step in preparing the shrimp curry. I've put some oil into this pan and it's heated. Now I'm going to add the paste in, and I'm just going to let this fry really well for about 4 to 5 minutes. I'm going to show you guys the consistency that you're looking for before adding all of the other ingredients. Now this is the consistency you're looking for. As you guys can see, the water is evaporated and now you have just like a thick mixture. This is what you're looking for, guys. To this, I'm now going to add my tomatoes in, and I'm just going to let this go for another minute or 2. Then I'm going to add my potatoes and coconut milk, and I'm going to let that cook until the potatoes are soft. You don't want to put the shrimp in just yet because the shrimp cooks really fast and you don't want to overcook it. So after cooking this for another minute or 2, we're going to add the potatoes. After cooking for about 1 to 2 minutes, as you guys can see, the tomatoes are soft and it's evaporated. It's like losing its own juices. Now I'm just going to cut my potatoes up. These are really small potatoes, so I'm just going to cut it into 4, and I'm going to add, oops. Potato doesn't want to go in the pot, guys. Now we're going to add this in along with our coconut milk, so that is going to help to cook it. We're going to add our salt to taste. And our Cool Running all-purpose seasoning to taste as well. If you guys have any other seasoning that you like, you can also add that to the pot. And at this point, I'm going to taste it to see if it's okay for me or if it needs anything else. And then I'm also going to add some ground black pepper just to give it that little spicy taste. And we're tasting to see if it's okay. We're just going, yeah, that's good. I'm just going to cover this, and you can cook until the potatoes are soft. And then we're going to add, the last thing we're adding to this is our shrimp. And then we're just going to cook that for 8 to 10 minutes so that the shrimp doesn't get overcooked. Now, while my potato is on and it's boiling and we're waiting to put the shrimp in, I'm going to make some nice coconut milk rice to go with this, guys. For this recipe, I have 2 cups of coconut milk, 1 cup of rice. You can use any rice of your preference. I have basmati rice. I have half of a carrot. I have some parsley flakes, which I'm going to sprinkle on the rice when it is done. I have again my all-purpose cool running seasoning, salt to taste. I'm going to be using some oil for frying up the rice, some ground black pepper. I have some green onions, half of yellow onion, and I'm going to be using half a teaspoon of 5 spice. Stick around if you want to know how to make this awesome coconut milk rice. Let's get started on that. Now, as you can see, we have our shrimp still going, and like I said, we're going to do the coconut milk rice. I've added some oil to this pan and it's heated. I'm now going to add in the green onions, and I'm just going to let that fry until it's cooked for about, or until it's translucent for about 1 to 2 minutes. Then we're going to add our 1 cup of washed rice. Now that my onions are cooked, I'm going to add in my 1 cup of washed rice, and we're just going to let this fry until it's really loose and the water has dried up from the rice from which I washed it out, guys. Before I add my coconut milk to the rice, because it's been frying for about 4 to 5 minutes, I'm just going to check my curry because it's been about 8 to 10 minutes, guys. And as you can see, my curry is done. So we're just going to cut this off, and then we will continue with our rice. Now to this pot, I'm going to add 2 cups of coconut milk. And we're going to add salt to taste. We're also going to add half a teaspoon of 5 spice. This is my 5 spice that I'm using. And we're going to add some all-purpose cool running seasoning to taste. Again, here as well, you can add a variation of seasonings that you like. And I'm going to also add some ground black pepper, and we're just going to turn that around, give it a taste to make sure it's good. And then if that's the case, we're just going to cover and let it cook until the rice becomes soft and the water has evaporated. I'm just going to add a little bit more of water to that so that the rice can get to cook well. Not a lot. I've just added about half a cup more of water. And I'm going to come back and show you guys the next step. Now, after cooking for a few minutes, you have to check the rice to make sure it's soft and adjust the heat as needed. As you can see, it is getting soft, so now I'm just going to put half of a chicken cube in along with my carrots, and I'm going to allow it to cook. Now guys, I've allowed to cook for about, let's say, 15 to 20 minutes, and the water has started to evaporate from the rice. I've also added half of a chicken cube. Now I'm just going to add my carrots in, and I'm going to allow this to go until it's really cooked and all of the water is evaporated from it. Keep it in mind, you also need to adjust your heat as needed. So my rice is all done now, guys. It just needs about 1 to 2 more minutes. I'm just going to sprinkle some of this parsley flakes on it to get it looking nice, because as you know, presentation matters as well. And then we're going to take it down after about 1 to 2 minutes. And there you have it, everyone. Guyanese shrimp curry with coconut milk rice. I've just paired it with some salad and avocado. Now we're going to enjoy this for dinner. I hope you guys have all enjoyed my recipe. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until next time. Yeah, and that's my little 1-year-old. Have a good night, guys. Bye.